Hi, Scott Machine Gun Dad. Welcome back to well, this is a new fucking thing for me. So, this isn't my gun. Nick brought this. So why don't you tell us what it is, Nick?
Alright, this is my grandfather's Ruger P-345. Just recently got it off of him. Decided, you know, I've never shot this thing. This is also the first 45 I've ever shot. So, what better place to do it than the guy who's got the only range in the family?
Yeah. So, well, let's go outside and let's see how she does for you.
Yeah?
Alright.
Give her a shot. Heavy trigger.
We're outside. We took Nick's pistol for a test drive. Just a few mags. What you think of the pistols? First time, right?
Yeah, first time shooting it. It's very clear that my grandfather never bothered to sight it in. We had to fiddle with it a little bit, but once we figured out where we needed to shoot, it's pretty smooth. First 45 I've ever shot, so it barks a little bit more than the 9mm that we shot in the whole 9mm shoot-off series that you should go and watch. It's quite fun to shoot. Other than that, it's just a solid gun, nice Ruger. I personally like Rugers because they're cheap and they work. How about you?
Well, I wanted to ask you, what do you think about the single stack versus the double stack? Because we almost all the 9mm, including the P-95 Ruger we shot, which is the same series as the Sony 9mm, had a wider grip.
Yeah. Because it's 45, so it's a bit of a bigger caliber. It doesn't feel that much narrower. You could tell it's a little bit skinnier on the grip, but no, it's not too skinny that it doesn't fit my hand. So I personally still like it. The single stack is easier to load. However, you are missing out on some rounds if it's not double stack.
8 versus 15.
Yeah, but you do got a lot more punch behind it. That target was swinging.
Yeah, we were shooting ball ammo, so
Yep.
we were shooting full metal jacket. What do I think about it? It's comparable to the P-95. I think it's a completely serviceable weapon. I'm going to disagree with Nick. I think the sights are on. I just don't think he knows how to shoot 1990s white dots.
That's fair. I'm a bad shot.
He was hitting low. No, you're not a bad shot. It's just they used a different sighting apparatus in the 1990s. It used to be you lined the top of the sights up so they were level. So this top of this was level with the top of these. Well, you're going to be low every time because that's when the first white dots came out. And what they didn't take into account is instead of making the front sight a little different and maybe making the V notch so that when the 3 dots lined up, the sights lined up, which they don't. If you line the 3 dots up, the front sight's high.
Okay.
And that'll bring your point of impact up. I had the same problem when I bought a 92 when I bought it because it had the 90s, 80s first white dots. The ironic thing is I had the state police Beretta where they fixed that and they put a taller front sight in, and so it was level the whole time. So I think it's just a matter you're not used to this era of gun. Once you get used to it, I think you'll do fine with it. You could do worse and start out with this. I think this will serve you fine. The only thing we're going to do, I'm going to teach Nick how to give this some TLC. And then we're going to get him a new recoil spring because this gun is probably 45 years old. Probably never had a recoil spring replaced.
Pap was always bad on maintenance.
So, yeah, I think you did okay, bud. I think you did pretty good. Thanks for coming back to another episode of Nick Has a Gun on the Wall. And come back and see us soon.